bought for Vinny. Safety devices roll cage. It's only the rear hoop, but I still want Vinny to be usable as a road car, so don't want to go too mad. This is second hand, this is, so I got this off Facebook for 70 quid, which is a complete bargain. It's been powder coated. I've been looking around for one for a while. New ones are about 200 quid, and it really frustrates me when people put second hand roll cages on there for like 180, 190 quid when it's only like 20 quid for a brand, 20 quid more for a brand new one. Seems a bit mad that, but 70 quid, that's much better. So okay, so the first part in fitting the roll cage is getting the seats out. So pretty sure you won't be able to fit them with the seats in, but you never know. I'm sure someone's tried. I won't show you how to remove the seats, it's pretty straightforward. There's just two 7/16 nut and bolts either side. You undo them, pull the seat release catch on the side to get it over that mounting there, and then pull them out. Let's do the difficult bit then and get it in. So there's a cage ready to go in. That's back to front at the moment, so I need to turn it round. As you can see, I've already fitted a ratchet strap on here, so I've just seen loads of other people fit them, and they've mentioned that you've got a ratchet in the side, so not sure whether you have to or not, but I think I'll do it from the start just to make life a little bit easier. Got it the wrong way round. Take it out again now. I can't believe we've done it.
Well, it fits. Yeah, knobhead.
Don't fit it the wrong way round. Oh, right. Right guys, well obviously that was a trial fit. You meant to put it in the other way round. Okay, next little thing, I think you need to take off these seat belt top mounts to the back. Look at that, it practically falls in now. probably would have been easier if I said right at the beginning, take the seat belts completely out. And kind of trapped in the car. I can't release the ratchet strap because it's right up against the edge. Save me. I'm free. Well guys, sorry about that. The GoPro battery went dead right at the last minute where I was getting it in. So in the end what I had to do was ratchet strap from here along to the other side, pull that in, so that cleared the windows. As you've just seen, it was actually touching the windows, so I had to pull that in, rotate it round and then drop it in. That's all in now. Just got to get it bolted up now. So the bolts at the back here are quite easy to do, but I'm just looking down in the companion bins at the back. Bit of fiddling around to get it lined up straight, but they're going to be a real pain then, because I'm not going to get a drill down inside there. Might be able to maybe drill a pilot hole and then drill up from the other way. So guys, I don't know if you can see that, what I've done is just drilled a small pilot hole down one of the holes there. I'll drill that out from underneath now to the correct size. I'll nut and bolt just that one hole, and then for the other ones I can measure the gap and then drill them from underneath. And I'll do this side first and then I'll do the other side. I need to stretch the other side back out a little bit. Okay, what I'm doing here is making up some new spreader plates. So I bought the roll cage second hand. It didn't come with the spreader plates at the bottom. I looked on Mini Sport and they want, I think it's 45 or 48 quid for a new set of spreader plates and bolts, which I think is a bit pricey. So I've just got some 3mm sheet steel. I've got some bolts anyway, so I'll make up my own spreader plates. Right guys, I'm still at it. This is hard work this. So that's one side done. Spreader plates on, it's bolted down. I've done the same to the other side. Just starting to do the wheel arch side now. I'll take those spreader plates back off once it's all mocked up and etch prime them and paint them body colour. And just inside, don't know whether anyone else would have the same problem, but trying to get these sort of mountings far enough along inside the wheel arch, I've had to spread it out with a bit of wood. That might be where I've ratcheted in, to be honest. But yeah, we're getting there. Managed to get those bolts drilled and in each side. That's not an easy task either, but we're nearly there. Here we go guys, that's that job done. I've just got to dismantle it now, paint up those spreader plates, and that's done. Flipping hard work though. What else have I got to do? Shorten the bolts, so these ones are fine, but the ones under the wheel arches, they're too long, so I need to cut them about 1 inch off them. I'll do that in a minute though. Okay guys, so we're kind of ready for sort of final fit of the roll cage now. Do apologise for squelching around a little bit. The garage flooded last night. We had really hard rain in the storms. When it does like that, occasionally the drain just can't cope with it outside, and first place it floods is the garage, which not too bad at the end of the day. It's just a concrete floor. So they're the spreader plates all finished now. So I etched primed them, left it 24 hours, put normal primer over the top, and then finished off top coat with Rover Diamond White. And this one here, what I'm going to do with each of them, on the back where they go up against the sill, I'm just going to wax the back of them, so that'll stop that rusting. Nuts and bolts, I fitted them with just standard steel bolts, or trial fitted it with standard steel bolts. So I went out to the nut and bolt store today, got some M10 by 20mm stainless steel nuts and bolts. So these are the correct length now, so there won't be any sort of thread sticking through. What I've also done as well is got some stainless steel dome nuts as well. So certainly sort of outside the car, looking underneath from the sill, and inside the car, these nuts are going to be visible over the rear wheel arches. So I just wanted them to look a little bit nicer. So it's, you know, it's more for good looks, to be honest, than anything, I suppose. Normally you just use standard steel bolts, maybe an 8.8 tensile strength, and probably use some nylock nuts or spring washers just to lock them in place. Obviously what I'm going to do is just use some thread lock to lock them in, and I think I'll probably torque them to about 40 Newton meters. Looked it up online, sort of, you know, recommended torque for an M10 stainless nut. Ranges from about 36 to about 45, 50 or something like that. So we'll go somewhere in the middle, torque them up to 40 Newton meters. So they're A4 stainless steel, which I think is 316 grade or 304 grade stainless steel, and they're 70 rated, which is a tensile strength rating. So just slightly under a sort of standard steel 8.8 tensile strength bolt. But as I say, with the stainless steel heads on there, they'll look much better, and they're not going to corrode either. So bear with me and I'll get this job finished off. Okay guys, so we're done now. That turned into it was a bit more of a job than I thought it was going to be. It certainly wasn't that easy. You can see what I mean by the mountings up inside the wheel arch here, and then that's a spreader plate and mountings on the sill itself. So like I say, I use these dome head nuts just because they look a bit neater and tidier. Okay guys, and just to show you the inside of the car, so you'll see what I mean by the dome head nuts now. So obviously they're visible all the time, so they look much neater and tidier than just nuts and bolts through there. And the rear door bins, the card that fits down inside, all I've done is just cut and groove that, as you can see, so that still goes back in nicely. other bit of advice if you're doing this would be to leave about a 5mm gap between the seatbelt and that roll bar upright, otherwise you'll never get the seatbelt in and out if you need to without taking the without taking the roll bar out, which is something you don't want to do. So that's about it, guys. I'm quite pleased with that job. So thanks for watching. If you're new to this channel, then please hit subscribe, like. I do regular mini updates. If you're already a subscriber, please go and check out my 850 subscriber special. Comment on that and you can be entered into the prize draw. So thanks once again, guys. Catch you next week.